folks, been a while. I showcased the new straps that I've been getting from AliExpress. Thank you very much. Like my first freebie, and we've got what's one, not two, but three to have a look at today. Let's get down to it. First up, let's just take this off. See that in all its glory. As you can see, I like big watches, and here is a big watch. Look at that. Look at the bracelet. The bracelet is made up basically of two sections of the standard bracelet, kind of like joined to one. Now this came to me, new battery in it, but the crown had come off. So what I did was I basically took the back off. I found an extended crown off for something else, and it is sticking out a bit because it's not a sunken, it's not got like a cutout on it. So, but I have got another crowning coming to fix that finally, and well, it's working beautifully. And I mean, this thing is huge. There you go. How about that? I think the lugs are 34mm or there's 30 something millimeter. This is called a Peterwerth. It's got a Mayota dateless version of the 2115. So it just is a standard thing. There's no loom to it. There's no date or anything like that to it. It is just an uncomplicated. See, every time you put something like date on or anything like that, it comes a complication. This is an uncomplicated standard watch, but it is absolutely massive. There you go. Now, as you know, I do like, massive watches. Now, this is, you think about how wide that is. That's a 50, that case is 50 wide, and as you can see, Peterwerth is 50 millimeters. $50 by 40, I do believe. 50, how's it out of shot? 50 by 40, 30 something there. Solid links. There's no rolled bits in there. Signed clasp. There is supposed to be a signed crown on it, but finding a crown for something like this is just impossible. So there you go, the Peterwerth monster uncomplicated quartz watch. On to the next. Now, what we have next is the Seiko-ish. Lorus, again uncomplicated. There's no date complication at all, or date, 100 meter diver's watch. It's a bit manky on the back, or is that an inscription? I'm not sure. That may well be an inscription. Nice and waterproof, but it's got three lovely functions. Like that, backlit completely. As you can see, there's two buttons. Now, what's the other button do? Ah, look at that! It's LED torch. It's very comfy on the old wrist. Quite a soft silicone band. It's got a metal keeper on it. Now Lorus, it says on the back, it says Lorus by Seiko. This is a Seiko in everything but name. So that's pretty smart. Look at that. Now, let's just wait for that to turn itself off. Of all my watches, all of them, this has got the best loom ever. Now look at that. Look how the fact it's not actually dimming. This is a true 10-minute loom, like it lasts 10 minutes. And it picks up ambient light like a dream. How about that? I tell you something, if I could get some of what they've put on there, like, you know, I mean, that is brilliant. So there you go, it's a fitted brace, fitted strap, and it's like peculiar to like Lorus's. It's very comfy, it's very manly sort of watch. Fixed bezel, doesn't move. Right, you don't need it to do anything else, but it's still looming. That is insane loom, that is. Right, we'll take a look at the next one. Well, here's the third and thing, and now this is a homage of quite a famous Seiko. There you go, 45mm case width. It's got super silky smooth silicone strap. I mean, it's got one of these like your wavy line ones. That means that, you know, can stretch. This has got a Miyota 2115 date complication movement. So if this does break or anything, those hands will go on something else. It's got a clickable it is not a very nice bezel action at all. And I don't know why the bloody thing won't bloody focus. Got a slop, look at the back slop on it, look. So that is going to be the first of the fixes I'm going to be doing on this. It's got the lower quadrant crown. It's got first position is fast date adjust, second position time setting. It's got an engraved case back and a signed clasp. It's called a Ben Nevis. It costs about £10 off of AliExpress. Once it's on, you don't feel it. It doesn't, because it's this silky smooth silicone. The size of that bastard, like, you know. This is supposed to be like a not Seiko Pro Spec, Seiko Turtle, Seiko Tune or whatever, like, you know. And it's got quite a nice, pleasant bezel insert. The only thing is that it's a real pain in the bum is the fact it's got that huge back slot. Loom is good. The markers are slower than the hands and the pip. The pip looms quite quickly, whereas the markers loom slowly. If you can see that. But they are applied markers on there, like the name Ben Nevis is applied, not printed. There you go, you can see them all phosphoring now. That is pretty good, that is. Now those hands, because they're my standard, like will fit on anything Vostok, I should imagine. So I have high hopes that sooner or later, but as you can see it is faded, the markers are fading quite quickly, whereas the hands are fading less quickly, but still compared to this, which is still, if you look, it's still glowing a little bit, right? But that is the Ben Nevis. I bought this because I thought to myself, I do want a turtle maybe, but I haven't got the 400 quid to go and buy one, like, and I wanted to see if I'm going to waste my money here, because if I hated it, you know, to be honest, I'm quite happy with this, but I don't think I want to buy a real one. But I prefer my diver watches to be a bit more like, a bit more Russian than this. So there you go. And if you look in comparison to this 50mm and that 45, you can see it's quite a bit. It's close, but it's like, I mean, this is 50, this is 45. Like, yeah, there is, like, you know, 5mm diameter difference. Now, if only this loomed, but I do love wearing this, like, you know, and these straps. Now, if you look at these straps, they're like a suede effect. It's like, it's almost like it's like they're flocked. They cost about £2 on AliExpress. As you can see, I've actually got another big watch coming called a Q-Max. I'll put a picture up in a second, which is just as big as this, but it's hexagonal. And I'm looking forward to that as well, like, you know, and I've got some other bits and pieces, like, you know, I've got a jog lock coming in with an Accurus chrono in it, and a Seconda day winder. I'm pleased, like, you know, I mean, the Accurus is in immaculate condition, so that should be just a battery jobby. As you can see, the hand is just a little bit phosphoring, like, you know. You can see, like, you know, that is still having a go. So, we'll take this to the up view and take it from there. So, what do you think of that then? Like, you know, and 1, 2, 3 nice looking pieces. You know, I mean, you're not going to get these sort of things down at Marks and Spencer. I've got that one again because I like it. As you can see, that's on that strap. It's kind of fake suede sort of thing. Because I'm going to get a surprise. You know, I love monster watches, and you know, I thought I'd, like, you know, have a bit of a catch up. I don't know why I'm having to re-record this section again, because my phone is, since it's software update, it's just been absolutely spazzed out, you know. Do admire Blue Squadron flag. Blue Squadron, based at Greenwich, like South London, where Shana was born, where my forebears were related to Admiral Cecil Watson of Greenwich. And at one point, like, the Watsons were, like, you know, one of the biggest landlords, owners of property in Greenwich, until bloody Germans and, you know, silly people, like, took them away. So, if you ever walk down the road called Point Hill, right, basically, like, from, like, there's like a left-hand turn which goes into some new houses, but from the left-hand turn, the houses on the opposite side and the houses on the left-hand side all the way down to the bottom, and the houses on the right-hand side further down, they all used to belong to my great-great-grandparents. Well, there's me, like, you know, I live in a shitty council flat, like, you know, fuck all, like, because unfortunately, like, people squandered it, and I never got a chance to, like, you know, I mean, my granddad left me £1,000, like, left me £1,000, and my grandma like left me some bits and pieces, but like, you know, I mean, it all went to my dad, sort of thing, right? So, you know, like, good, well-to-do family is on his uppers. Like, I'm just hoping that Sean's going to turn it around, Steph's going to turn it around, so that, you know, they actually, like, you know, have the things that start becoming part of the real, you know, like, you know, and doing stuff. Because, you know, I tell you what, it's something about having a bit of property behind you, a bit of money behind you. It takes the sting out of being poor. I'm sick to death of living, you know, on the shit end of it, you know. But who's going to give me a job? Well, I have been tempted to, like, you know, do some like amateur dramatics, like, you know. I did do some acting once upon a time for a company called the Wet Paint Theatre Company, which used to be based in the Gold Hawk Arms in Shepherd's Bush. Right, and interestingly, like, I used to talk to a certain player of a big band called The Who, like John Entwistle, because that was on occasion his local. He liked to have a drink in there, and sometimes, like, you know, talk stupid at the bar sort of thing, because he was quite interested in what us people did up there. I mean, it's all about fighting Thatcher and, you know, empowering people and, you know, lots of swearing and stuff like that. I think, you know, I think I kind of lost interest in it, like, you know, like when I was basically, like, you know, on stage, like, you know, pretending to be this, like, old Bill or something, and there's this bloke, like, flouncing about with nothing on, like, waving his willy at people, like, you know, shooting them with his, like, you know, pointed willy at people, and I said, I'm out of there. I mean, it was a shame, because all I had to do was do 2 more months and I would have been assured my equity placement, and then I could have been an actor. You know, I mean, you know, acting is one thing, like, you know, being eye level with, like, a man's tadger was, like, you know, a little bit too much, for my liking. But they loved it, because I was skinhead punk, mod and all that. I mean, I was in tune with it all, you know, but I did say to them, I said, look, I don't really care about a lot of things. I mean, I wasn't complaining when it was ladies jumping around with nothing on, like, you know, but I really did not want to be, like, you know, like, what's it, close proximity with, like, a gentleman who was very much known. The chap himself was a bit of a, you know, a bit of a lad that liked other lads. And, like, you know, and I think, you know, I'd really rather not, if you don't mind. And I gave it up. That was the end of my acting, you know. There's another little snippet in the life. What more can I say? I'm very worried about this coronavirus thing. I really am. It's like, you know, people are just being absolutely stupid. I'll tell you how the stupidity is, right? I was in a car park the other day, and there was these old people with face masks on, and, like, there was quite a few people moving him left and right and stuff like that, and I mean, they did give him a right hard staring at for what he did. He lifts his face mark up like a flag, and he goes, and he's spraying and coughing all over these people, like, and he put his thing down and he thought it was funny. Like, you know, and I'm not being funny, like, you know, I think that was highly antisocial. So, and it just shows you the stupidity of some of the people out there. So, hoping this finds you all well. Like, I'm not going to make this a long one, and I'm hoping that, you know, that we will, like, see some new stuff. We've got kind of curvy TV, not one but 2 Vostok amphibias coming from commandersky.com. I've got my new old stock Commandersky dials, like the rare dials. There's a couple of rare dials in that, and I've got a Revlon 1960s Revlon. I don't know what it is, but it's got Swiss movement in it, and it's like got a little jet plane on it and stuff like that. It's very, very trendy from that 1960s sort of, you know, that kind of bohemian, like, you know, when everybody was space happy, plane happy, you know. Pan Am was a fashion icon, you know, the jet setter age, if you know what I mean. It's very much from that, and, like, you know, Revlon is obviously, like, you know, with the makeup and all the rest of it. there's a colour there. I'm still waiting for me 2 t-shirts to come from AliExpress with the super leery, like, you know, like really bright digital sort of. They're all over. I like t-shirts that don't just stop at the front, that go up and over down the shoulders and everything. I don't know what they're called. Got the Millwall one on today, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, come on, you Millwall. There was a couple of other bits and pieces as well. Oh yeah, I've got a job lot coming with an accurist chronograph and seconder winder and a few other bits and pieces in that as well. There's a bench and DKNY, which I don't really give, you know, like, you know, but I mean, people seem to wet their knickers over like DKNY and bench watches, so tart them up, make them look good, put a new strap on, bosh, they go up on eBay. So I hope this is all finding you well. We had a bit of bad news that Verity, like our newest cat, right, she was pregnant but she miscarried, and one died straight away and the other one lived on for about an hour, but it was so premature. I mean, the poor thing didn't even have eyes. Right, you know, there's no way on this earth that it would be viable, and poor Charlotte went through hell, you know, because, like, you know, she had to literally wait for this thing to die on her, because it was just so horrible. And, you know, kittens are so nice, like, you know, Charlotte got the sack off of her. Verity gave her a few washes and everything, but was just not interested. And, you know, when cats do that, they're saying there's no point. But then again, we say that, like, Gimli done that with Squidge, and she gave up on Squidge, and Squidge should have died. But Squidge, Shana, she basically hand-reared. But this, I mean, had no eyes. His ears were poorly, like little nubs, like little ends of fingers, right, rather than actually like the kind of the folding forward thing, like, you know. It was about 2 or 3 weeks early, and too early. If it'd been another week or so, could be. They're buried outside with the rest of the cats. And Shana's been a bit down about it, all right, you know. So, you know, I'm wishing her, like, you know, giving her good thoughts and everything, right. And saw Twizzlers are back, right, in Iceland. Yeah, I love Twizzlers, but I mean, you used to get them in this big bag of like Berners Matthews, like, they used to be about that long, like, you know. And I mean, they were lovely. You used to get, like, you know, adults used to get 2 Twizzlers and kiddies got 1 Twizzler, sort of thing, and a bit of chips, a bit of beans or whatever. Like, you mean in tiny little boxes like that, and they got chili cheese. I mean, what sort of like rectal surgery is that? Chilies? Why do they have to spice up everything? You know, not everybody wants to burn their mouth off with your products, like, you know. Some people still like the idea of flavour as opposed to, oh, I'm so tough because I could eat something that melts my jawbone. It annoys me. I've been good today. I've only had a pie today, and I've not had any ice creams because I've been eating the ice creams a bit. You know, I discovered that I do like ice creams, and it's me diabetes. It's like it sees me that it's got, oh, quick, you know, like, I've got to have ice cream, I've got to have sugar. So I've been good today, like, you know. So we've done a little bit of a shot, right. The cats have got some lives, right, especially for Verity, because like she was leaking blood for a while, but she's now stopped. I want to give her a boost, get her back on, you know, fighting and everything. I hope this all finds you well, like, and so I do like these. These are only £2 on AliExpress, right, and you can get them in all sizes. And I've got some green ones and some other ones as well, like, you know. Some of these were given to me, and some of these were I paid for. So it's a kind of like, you know, kind of paid but not paid promotion sort of thing. I mean, just look them up. But I like the fact that they got the can you see it, like, it's got the spanner head buckle. I like them, right. And the thing is that even if these fall apart, I can put those to work. So got all the stuff coming in. There's nothing really much more to say, so take care. Right, watch out for old farts like lifting their face masks up and giving you like a dose of the deadlies and the lurgies, like, you know. watch out for people's armpits, you know. Keep them rolled on, like. People don't like sweaty armpits at the best of times. Well, there are women out there who love the smell of a man's sweaty armpit, and there are women out there who like the smell of a man's sweaty groin. And it's like, well, you know, I mean, and there are blokes out there who like, you know, ladies who like, you know, have a particular aroma from the nether regions and downstairs business. So to me, they're all a bit naughty no-nos. Like, you know, some people are just very, very strange. Take care, look after yourself, stay legal, stay safe. See you in the next one.